a NorCal thing, how we like this. We tip bottles for the homies that can't be here with us.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the show. We had to do the part 2 to the interview real quick because, you know, we got all shit going on with our lives. So we back with the good people. Another part 2. So do y'all remember where we left off last?
You were basically asking us if we're too humble. Remember?
Okay.
Like the flip.
Yeah. So does like getting on the radio for you guys? Because I remember the song on the radio. Was it the fall? The fall was on the radio and all that. I remember seeing that on the stories, and so it was like it kind of gave the perspective like, oh, and they're lit right now. So did that kind of make you like? Were you able to stay humble when that happened, or like how was trying to stay humble?
Nah, Jules started flexing on everybody.
For real?
Bro. He started flexing, bro.
No, I didn't. Hey, I heard after the fall drop, Jew hasn't opened a DM since. Not one DM. Hella request.
You getting bougie on it?
I'm even left on red, bro.
Nah, bro, that type of shit, bro. Like honestly, just speaking from a personal perspective, it drives, bro. It doesn't make my head bigger. It doesn't make our heads bigger, bro. It just makes us like it lights a fire within us, man.
It's kind of like
it's like cool, y'all fuck with it. Let me keep going.
What's next?
It's kind of like confirmation, bro. Like it's like, oh, we're doing shit that people really fucking love. Like we're headed in the right direction. So
we know what we're doing, bro.
But it's like we already fucking knew that shit in the first place. So it's just, you know.
There's a confidence with it, but then there's also like it's just confirmation saying that we're doing something right. We're headed in the right direction.
Okay. Because it's kind of like if one person fucks with it, then who knows who else is gonna fuck with it type shit.
One person has 10 friends.
Yeah,
exactly.
All of this shit is niche. Like if you fuck with your own shit, then you know what I mean. Like there's a million other people that think the way that you do, that like kind of vibrate on the same frequencies. You know. So it's like if you're just making shit that you know. Like you really truly love and that you can listen to at any point in time and listen to it like your fucking favorite artist, and there's a billion people that you just have to find and like that resonate on that same frequency, bro.
Okay. So going off that frequency topic, do you guys believe in like frequencies and shit? Like, cause there's a lot of talk about that going on right now. So
you just opened up a big can of worms, bro.
We have like, bro,
let's talk about it.
This group is like so focused and so like honed in on our energy, like where we put it and stuff like that, where we need things in our life to keep our energy straight, or we need to exert things out of our life to keep our energy on the right path. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all of us individually have been going through some things, and it's been challenging our energy, challenging our inner chakra and stuff like that. But I can speak from personal experience right now. I feel like I'm moving out of that, you know what I'm saying, that negative space that's coming towards me, because I'm trying to push out that good energy, and it has a lot to do with these guys, you know what I'm saying? So it's like being around them, doing the shows, making this music, you know what I'm saying, standing on what we stand for. So it's like, man, it's bringing that good energy around us. So man, love it.
Yeah, for sure.
And in order to like create a strong collective energy, it takes different types of frequencies. Like, yes, we're all on the same frequency, we're all on the same vibration, but it's only because we have created this center focal point of energy, because we are all different from each other in so many different ways that it all builds towards this like center focal point.
And y'all got your own stories. Everyone's got their own stories, like shit to rap about.
Yeah, and it resonates.
And I also want to know too, what do you guys describe as a frequency? What is a frequency? Because me personally, I don't really.
It's really a vibration, bro. Like everything, you know how like everything broken down to its like subatomic level, bro. Like has its own vibration. Like it vibrates at its own speed. And us as humans and like how we resonate with certain sounds and certain music. When I hear his music, I love that shit. It makes me feel good. When I hear his music, and my music, it makes me feel good, bro. So it's like, obviously it's vibrating. The music, the sound that they're trying to portray to the world is like giving me a vibe and giving me a frequency that I really, really fuck with. So it's like, I have to listen to that. It's like, this shit is way deeper than like, it's way deeper than the hype, you know? Like, if I wanted to fall for the hype, then I would be on the same fucking shit that everybody else is on. I'd be on the same hype that everybody else is on mainstream, you know? Like, that's not my agenda. That's not my goal. Like, I'm looking for shit that truly does vibrate with the way that I vibrate, and shit that makes me truly feel good. Like, that, at the end of the day, like, that's all that's worth living for, bro.
What's it called? Oh, doing you, bruh. Doing you, like
What would y'all say is a high frequency versus a low frequency? Like
low frequencies, bro. Like
determines that?
you feel it. It literally, you literally feel it. You know, frequencies create everything. Y'all ever heard of that, like that seismograph shit, where like they put
earthquake type
Earthquakes,
thing?
yeah.
Well, no,
that's what I'm saying.
it's
Anybody
something
with
like
low
that.
frequencies is gonna put
It's
you
like
in a box.
it's like a seismic plate where they put like sand and shit on, and then like certain frequencies create certain shapes and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we have that, bro, like in our brains. That literally every time that we hear a certain sound or like we feel something, everything that's created came from a sound. Like it's all proven, bro.
The
Like
biggest thing that everybody, my fault, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
The
go
biggest
ahead.
thing that everybody feels, and I can probably like, you know what I'm saying, you guys can probably back me up on this, is people's aura. Like everybody's aura is what the biggest
that's
thing
what I
that
was gonna
everybody feels.
ask
That's
next,
the biggest
yeah.
frequency. You know what I'm saying? We're like the most prominent, dominant being, you know what I'm saying, that's ever to walk this planet right now.
Yeah,
So it's
bruh.
like we're most complex. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Most complex. We only know 10 to 15% of our brain mass. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, our how we can use it. So it's kind of like, damn, bro. Like the aura of humans and each other. That's why we have love. That's why we have hate. That's why we have envy. That's why we have joy, happiness, all that stuff like that. Because it's the energy frequencies that we connect with each other. And like you said, how those frequencies make different shapes. I feel like our frequency creates a star, bro. There's 5 of us, right? Think about that. Our frequency creates a star. No matter which point you turn it, everybody's always gonna be the same. You feel me? No matter which
No
point
matter
you turn
how many
the
star points there is in the star, it's gonna be a star regardless. Okay.
I was saying anybody
You
with the
think about
low,
that shit. You thought
anybody
about
with
that.
the
You
low
think about that star
frequency-
shit just now?
Yeah, bro. Just right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You were speaking on some shit. Where you
I was just expanding on that. Anybody with the low frequency is gonna put you in a box.
Okay.
In a bad
So what do you
mood.
mean by that? What do you mean? Have you experienced that shit?
I mean, we all have.
Like depression
Yeah.
or bad mood.
Not just anybody. Like, I mean, like musically specifically.
It feels
You know, like for example. Actually, I don't want to go there.
So you trying to say like low
Nah.
frequencies can be good frequencies sometimes?
See that? Damn,
No,
it's
I
gone.
feel like,
That was a drum.
you know what? It's never
What the
it's
fuck
never
that shit
good
was.
to
It
be
was
too high or
fast as
too low.
fuck.
You said what?
It's never good to be too high or too low.
Okay. Yeah.
When I think of a low frequency, I think of somebody who doesn't really have it.
I think
What'd be a
murder
high
music
frequency?
and motherfucking
Melancholy.
robbing music and all that shit. That shit is low frequency, but that's not a knock. It's just the frequency that they're at.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't relate to it,
It's
then
subjective.
it's
They just
not
float
your
on a high-
frequency.
low
Yeah, it's
frequency.
not
That's
your
fine.
frequency. It's all. This shit is all
My
subjective.
positive shit, it might not be your frequency.
Yeah.
That's
You might think it's corny.
yeah.
Like
It's
my
too happy for me.
Yeah,
Like,
my
nah.
positive shit, like our feel good music might be corny to some people, like
Man.
which is crazy. I mean, you know, it
Or
is.
you'll be like, where the
to each
words
his
at,
own.
bro? What is this? It's just the beat. Nah, bro.
But
this
I'll
is music,
never,
bro.
I'll never knock somebody any creative style.
Yeah.
I'll never knock it ever. Like even if it makes me feel bad, I'll never close my mind and say that this is whack. Like
Yeah.
I'll know that like somebody else has like somebody else
vision.
prefers this music. So it's just like it's music, you know. It's still
energy that they're
music.
in.
It's still energy. Like, but it's gonna do something to you.
On top of what he just said, like how he said, like it doesn't matter what the music is. Someone else had a vision for it. Someone else felt good to it because different people listen to that music. I was just talking to him, Red, earlier. We're talking about some engineers sending us, the same engineer sending us songs and beats, trying to get us to work on it and stuff like that. And Red said he's usually a nice guy when it comes to feedback, but he told dude straight up it was trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
just like, dang, like.
I just didn't resonate with
Yeah,
it.
it didn't resonate. That we're talking about the frequencies. The frequency didn't match or whatever. And then I was like, I don't think he sent the same song to him, but he sent me a different one. I was like, felt the same way he did. Like, I'm not feeling it, bro. But I
You
wanted to
blessed
just.
them, and you also changed the frequency.
I
of
changed the
track.
frequency of the
Yeah,
song though.
yeah.
I wanted to give it a chance. 'Cause I feel like okay, I know certain people listen to this type of music. It's not my type of music I listen to, but let me see what I could dabble into. And just that frequency, like when I showed him, he was like, "Wow, you saved that song type of shit." You know what I'm saying? Like it changed the frequency. So it was like just stuff like that, bro. You know, just frequencies are fluctuating.
Okay. So do y'all feel like having the right frequency is the way to break through the mainstream? Like, is y'all want to break through the mainstream? Is that your goal, or what? Are you just trying to do?
I mean,
I think we just wanna make music.
that would
That's
be
a few questions
that'd be
in
a
one,
question
yeah.
of like to throw out in the atmosphere. Is mainstream music high frequency? Is it
Is it?
positive?
Can be.
Is it,
Is
though?
it
Is it?
is it uplifting? Is it vibrating at a higher?
I guess like a better way to like approach it, that stance. Like, do we want is frequency the way to break through the mainstream? Yes and no. Like yes, in a sense where it's like there is a certain, like there's blueprints, you know, like you can listen to all the fucking popular music, all
Vowels
the fucking
and all that.
yeah, and like and figure out what frequencies are not even, I'm not even gonna get into that, but just like certain cadences and certain certain tunes, certain fucking keys that people hit at certain times. Like we could divvy that up and do all the math and like the time signatures and shit, and like see, it's like, oh, this really, for some reason, when Drake said da 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 da, whatever the fuck it was, it's like people really remember that, and like they're making TikTok videos from this specific sound. Let's break it down. Like we could do that, but like at the end of the day, it's not what the shit's about. Like I am a part of this group. I'm a part of this collective because everybody is doing this shit out of the love of music. Nobody's like doing any sort of like reaching super far just to appeal to an audience. It's like the love. It's literally like the love of what we do, like what we just want to create, bro. Like that's it. And
the love of creation.
And if what we make just so happens to appeal to a large audience of people, then like, you know, all the better. But I think that to break it all down, yes and no. Like yes, it's possible. Like. And I proved that, like, with the fucking Joe Exotic shit. Like, I told my ex, I was like, I can make a viral song right now. And I went to the room and made fucking Joe Exotic. I was the first person to make the Joe.
You made Joe Exotic?
I made
a song called Joe Exotic.
I made a, so when fucking, what was the name of that show? The Netflix show? Tiger King. So when Tiger King first came out, right? They were the number one show on Netflix. And I was like, I told my ex at the time, I was like, yeah, it's super easy to make viral music. Like, if I wanted to make viral music, I could make viral music. Like, I went on Netflix. I was like, what's the number one trending show? Like, fucking Joe Exotic. I watched it. This dude happened to make music, but there was no Joe Exotic on Netflix. I was like, easy. I went to the room. I made a song about Joe Exotic and I looked on Spotify. There was no fucking artist. And I was like, oh, I'll just call it Joe Exotic. The second that the fucking song dropped, it already had 10K views. Right. Like, it was going
and
crazy.
And what did he do?
Wait, so
I erased it.
That shit blew the fuck up.
It blew up and I erased it.
Wait,
he erased that shit.
I didn't even know about this, bro, because I remember that song. I remember seeing that shit.
That
was you, bro.
Yeah, what do you know about it? I got a bag on, yeah. Yeah, bro, Chanel West Coast twerking and shit, throwing ass and shit. Like Chanel West Coast, throwing ass on Instagram and shit.
Yeah, so what did you do?
I erased it, bro.
Why?
Like, because it's not the point. That was not the point. Like,
did you not just hear this?
It wasn't. It wasn't to blow. I didn't give a fuck, bro. I didn't give a fuck about mainstream music. I dn't give a fuck about blowing up off of whatever the fuck. I'm gonna make whatever the fuck I want to make. I just wanted to prove a point that, like, if you want to make viral music and blow up off of viral music, you can do that. It's easy if you know how to do it. Like, if you know the fucking formula, you can do it, bro. Like, it's easy. That fucking song paid my rent, bro. Like, in California. That song paid my fucking rent. But it's like, it didn't fucking matter because everybody was texting me, everybody's hitting me up. Oh, bro, like, you should make a music video. Oh, you should fucking ride that wave and like, I was like, no, fucking no.
Like, as me, if I were to like have an artist that did some shit like that, I would try and push them and be like, oh, you should ride out that wave.
Did you hear yourself? You said artist management. But it was literally manager coming at him.
But my manager did come at me, bro. Like, my manager did come. He was like, bro, like, okay, so he became my manager after. He became my manager after that.
He was a manager before that.
But I still would have said the same shit. I still would have said this. It's like, that's not my path. They tried to Lil Nas me, bro. Like, they tried to Lil Nas me because, like, when Lil Nas, I mean, like, you know, you can change the agenda later on in life or whatever the fuck, but like when Lil Nas blew up, like, people expected a certain sound from him. People were inboxing me after that show. It was like, oh, I checked out the rest of your catalog. You're actually a good rapper. I don't want people hitting me up like that. Like, I want people, you know what I mean? Like, you're actually a good rapper. You're actually a good artist. Like, I want people.
The song was a joke.
Yeah,
shit,
because it was to me. Like, it was just to prove a point. It's like, I know for a fact, I dropped this song like in the next 2 days. It's gonna blow the fuck up. Shit's gonna blow the fuck up, and it did. And it was confirmation, like Red was saying. Like, with the fall, like, when you start to get put on certain shit, put on certain radio stations, or like you start to hear good, really great feedback from larger audiences, it's great fucking confirmation, you know. But like you can't let that shit get to your head. So I was like, I'm not gonna live by that. That's not gonna be what I'm known for. So I erased it. I let it go. And you know what I mean?
And that was the main point. I remember when you were telling me about it, is that you didn't want to be known for it. You know, that's not how you wanted to write your
and not to
story.
be like put in a box, bro. Put in a certain category.
Because to be able to do that, bro, that takes a lot of like self-security. You know, like saying like that's not who I'm going to. That's not. Yeah, I proved the point.
That's the same reason why I did my TikTok.
That's not me.
And a lot of rappers, when they get that shine, they'll get that 10 minutes of fame. And they'll want to keep on going. They won't have the heart to
And
really.
when he told me that too, I was like, what? You fucking took it?
That's why it's an
Didn't matter.
interesting story, because for me, I would push artists to keep on going, but I respect the fuck out of not like actually trying to prove a point with
The
it.
creativity,
Because
bro.
that's money. I mean, it's money at the end of the day, right? That's what that all comes down to.
It's money.
Yeah, we're trying to get the money off of it. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's just it's about pushing your originality.
Yeah.
I relate. It's the same shit, the same TikTok shit. Remember I was blowing up on TikTok.
longevity.
Yeah, bro. Do that because they
Longevity.
want to box me in, make me a comedian rapper. With like, nah, bro. Like I'm an artist first. That's what I do. Then I make funny videos, not funny videos. And oh, this guy's trying to do music. Like, nah, bro. Like it's the same thing. Like
You already see it because they get labeled.
But speaking of stepping out the box, we have this song, right, that was blessed by us by Jew called Uncomfortable, okay? Got every single one of us on it. And Pockets was the last one to hop on it. Pockets usually is our, is our rappers, our hardcore beats, you know what I'm saying? Bitches taking ass and shit like that. This is our dog of the group, you feel me? And he stepped out the box, stepped out the lane with this one.
What do you mean? What do you mean to step out
Meaning
the box?
meaning I'm talking about I never heard him sound like this. Never heard his voice.
I had to listen to Fallout Boys.
I want to hear it. No, I want you to hear it. No, explain it. Explain what you said. How this verse came
I
about.
had to listen to Fallout Boys for like 24 hours
24 straight.
Hey, Fall Out Boys got some
Came out
classics.
You'll hear that shit tonight, bro.
It's gonna be playing tonight, yo.
Fuck
All
yeah.
All
right.
right, yeah, tonight.
I can't wait to hear that story.
Reveal. Danny will be with the shot filming it. So
Danny with the shots.
Yeah.
Shout out NorCalNextUp. Shout out Danny with the shot.
hell yeah,
Legends in the making. Y'all just gonna be big as fuck. Bro.
Very interesting story. I didn't. So what's next for the good people? What should we be expecting? And whatnot? Like what's
More
what's your
shows,
plan?
what, videos.
More shows, more content.
What do you mean
That's
shows?
about
Like
it.
local shows or what?
Local
Shows, yeah.
Another plan.
Speaking
I know
of frequency, we're about to change the entire frequency of the Bay Area.
All right,
Okay.
speak on that. What's that mean?
We are going to raise alternative artists from the fucking dead, and we're gonna make this a motherfucking thing.
From the dead, like people that have been
The
doing
Bay
it.
Area, see, there's a rising right now, and you see them because you are NorCal.
Shout out
Yeah, I
Groovy.
see
You know what's going on.
And there's no disrespect,
There's
bro,
a
but
mainstream
try.
sound within the Bay Area. We fuck with it. Like, we from the Bay, like we fuck with the Bay. But there's a uplifting that's coming that is all alternative as fuck. Like I'm talking like black dudes with dreads doing rock music. You know what I mean? Like,
Because I know a few artists that are doing that, like on that hype.
Oh no! Hey, wait! You just had an interview with them. You
Yeah,
just had an
Groovy
interview
Chew,
with them.
Groovy
Yeah.
Chew. You
Who?
talking about? My
Who?
boy Groovy Chew.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
we were just with them earlier
Groovy
today.
Chew. Shout out
Yeah,
Groovy
we were
Chew.
just.
You know, and all we're trying to do, man, like we're gonna be the biggest alternative artists that ever come out of the Bay. Period.
Okay, good.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
But we're trying to raise this up, to grow these seeds that are kind of being a little bit, there's a couple leaves covering the seeds of the alternative sound that's coming out of the Bay, and the Bay is the most diverse fucking.
It
no pun
only
intended.
makes sense, bro. Like
We
Yeah,
are
Sweet
we are the
Green
most
Day,
we have the
yeah,
most
Suki-
nationalities within per region. We have the most different climates per region. Literally in the Bay Area, we have the most equal climates in America. You know what I'm saying? So we got sunshine, we got snow, we got beaches, we got mountains,
Go
we
to
got
San Francisco, it's a
valleys,
whole
we
different
got
world.
we got cold, we got hot, we got it all.
everything,
right?
bro. Everything about us is all different alternatives.
There's been an overshadowing, but these seas are rising, man.
Okay,
That's
interesting.
what our
Very
statement is.
alternative.
That's what our mission statement is. Our mission
Different.
statement is to allow you guys to other artists who feel like they're in a box or feel like they gotta stay in one lane just because of where their hood is or who they surround themselves with. Like, nah, bro, fuck all that shit. You feel like you want to make a certain type of music or a certain type of song, do that shit, bro. And it's gonna be hard. You wanna know why? Because we making it that way. We got you. You feel me? You gotta believe in yourself the way we believe in ourselves.
If you need some help, hit us up.
But you know
want to
what?
make a rock song? You want to make a pop song? Hit us up.
Ray, you know what's crazy? It's like, to be honest, it's like some real Martin Luther King shit. Like, it's like some real Martin Luther King, because it's like,
why? Because you live off Martin Luther King?
The thing is, bro,
I have a dream.
It might not happen in our lifetime.
It might not.
What might not happen?
It might not.
Like, us, the movement like that we're trying to do in the Bay Area, it's possible that it doesn't happen in our lifetime.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, it's possible that
It's
like
possible.
we are the seeds, the groovy,
plants.
the
It's
tribe,
like
and the good people,
like innovators,
like
people
the
doing
innovators, the people that are really like making big steps into
10
into
years from
changing
now,
the way
I may
that
not
people
change
think.
the world.
Yeah,
I
the
may
way that
spark the brain to
exactly
change.
the way that people
Exactly.
think about like the type of music we're doing here. When I was on fucking what's the name
On Thizzler? On the Thizzler
When I was on
idea.
Thizzler, bro, I saw the comments. Groovy sent me a live. He sent me the
recording.
live screen recording, and I saw in the comments one comment said he in the wrong state. It said he's in the wrong state. No, that was wrong. Like, I'm not in the wrong state.
You have the
could
wrong state of
possibly-
mind, sir.
He's in the wrong state of mind. Perfect.
Content.
Wrong state of mind. Wrong state of mind. If anything, at this moment in time, at this moment in history where we sat in the universe right now, like, this part of the state is in a different mindset than if I was in LA. If I was in LA, this would be acceptable, you know? But me being on a big platform in the Bay Area, being on
Area
Thizzler,
platform.
playing some shit that might sound like a vibe from Juice WRLD,
Right.
of course they're gonna fucking everybody in the comments is gonna be like, they're gonna look at me as an outsider or whatever the case may be. But like, you know, man,
And that's
so
one of the issues with media.
but we don't want our mission isn't to have to leave here to make it. We shouldn't have to run away from anything. We shouldn't have to run away from where we're stationed at to make an impact. You know
Like
what
the
I mean?
most
Because
Shout out to Hayward.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Familiar move
Hey,
is like
Stacks.
to LA.
I mean, look
Why-
at this
why-
shit, bro. Like, look at the shows that we've thrown, the people that's shown up and shown love. All we have to do is times 2, times 3,
Word of
times
mouth, baby.
4.
Word of
After
mouth.
this shit gets big as fuck, like, people can't ignore that shit.
Yeah.
You can't ignore it.
It's in their face.
It's not even gonna matter.
Hey,
it's
you
not
build
even
it, they will come.
They will come. It's not even gonna matter what the fuck the haters gotta say, bro. Like, that shit's like, it's written in the fucking sand, bro. Like,
There's a saying too. You got haters, you know you're doing something right.
And to pay homage, what other region is pushing the envelope like the Bay Area has? I'm not talking about the most recent 5-10 years. I'm talking about Federation, Mac Dre, Sugar
Like
Wolf,
the 2000s,
you know what I mean?
90s
Like,
and shit.
I'm
Goldie
talking,
Gold.
like, that shit was never heard of, bro. So all we can do as the next generation, all that we can do is push the envelope. If we're just sticking to the same old format that Keek showed us, or that E40, or that, you know, Mac Dre showed us, then we're not pushing the envelope. We're not moving the baton. You know what I mean?
So you're saying like elevate, like get with the times type
Bro,
shit. Like,
the Federation. That's what I'm saying.
Goldie Gold.
yeah, I mean, of course,
Goldie
yeah, of
Gold,
course, the
right?
Federation
Goldie Gold.
had a big impact.
Federation. These niggas was barking on tracks. These niggas was. This was some shit that was never heard before. So all we can do as Bay Area artists is keep giving the world shit that they never heard before.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
Mic drop.
Period.
So how do you plan on doing that? Is just staying true to
Staying
yourself?
True to ourselves,
Yeah.
bro. Just staying
Stay
true to
yourself.
ourselves.
Keep listening
Staying
to
humble.
other different types of music. You know what I mean? Studying different types of music and seeing how we can incorporate that. We're always hip hop. No matter what, we are always hip hop. That is our ground. That is our groundedness. But as far as pushing the envelope, we gotta study other music. We gotta listen to other
There's
kind of
always
music.
room to grow and always
You know,
room to
we
learn.
always gotta keep adding to our artillery.
To your catalog?
Bro, you could do justice, or like your part, by increasing the amount of alternative shit that you guys post.
Okay,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
okay,
saying?
yeah, I'm open
it
to
takes
whatever.
it
yeah.
takes sites
So,
like
yeah.
Thizzler, like you guys, to push that narrative, bro. Because we
Okay.
can't just do it, and other alternative groups
like-
can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It does rely on the platforms. I notice people look
Y'all
up to
the
them
gatekeepers.
because they follow us and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
like in a way, I am kind of a
You're
gatekeeper.
influential,
type
bro.
shit.
You're influential.
So I'm open to posting more alternative artists and shit. Whatnot. I just gotta find them. I just need to like.
Bro, there's a
I feel
group Trifecta that's coming
Oh,
on
really?
before us. They're R&B. You You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Get them on next, bro. Check their performance.
I like their sound too.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
because that's one of the main things that I'm about, that I want to be about. At least it's one of my main goals. Is I don't want to just post straight street rap, just people talking about violence and shit. Because I don't want to promote that agenda. I don't want to just be promoting the violence
But
and
no,
fuel to the
not
fire.
towards that.
Bro.
People speak their own truth.
Exactly. But people got their own stories and shit. They've been through their own troubles.
It's hard, right?
But I mean, but
we got.
And that's why these
is,
collectives
bro.
are forming too, right? Like a lot of these collectives are alternative artists. Like we know that we don't have like a lot of people that are like supporting this agenda. We got a lot of fans, a lot of listeners, but we don't have exact gatekeepers that are supporting this agenda. So we link up, we clink up, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because there's no real gatekeepers. Because I noticed that, like, for me, seeing that how much influence I got over the community, whatnot, from social media and shit, I realized, like, all right, I don't want to make it like strictly fucking
Like this,
street shit. Yeah, so that way I don't exclude the other fools. I want to include anyone. Like, if you're just making music and it's good, you're talented, whatnot. Because if I just stick to one fucking straight street
You'll
rap,
just be
then I'm
different.
excluding hella people. Then people that are actually like doing stuff like you guys, for example.
I also feel like it's a new sound that's emerging from the Bay, that's within our group and within people that I know, is alternative hip hop. Like,
What's
as
that?
in, like, it's not just like your regular boom bap hip hop. It's not really boom bap. It's more so alternative trap. There you go. Alternative trap is a better
Like
way
mixed
to
with
say
rock
it.
elements, like they got guitar.
Nah, like not just like all like mixing rock elements.
That
Just
as
more
well,
so,
but yeah.
just more so like, damn. Think about a normal like trap beat or like a Gucci Mane type like underground like trap beat. You feel me? But then you throw a tiny bit of like melody in there. You know what I'm saying? But then within that melody, the rapper, the artist himself, is just rapping completely different on a different cadence you ain't never heard before.
You know, it's crazy that like we make a lot of different types of music, but like to know different genres is its own skill. Like it's like its own set of knowledge.
Study of music.
It's its own study of music, and like
Damn near
as a
music
creative, if you're just making music, it's easy to not know what type of music you're making. So like,
That's really
if you're watching this at any or whoever you are, if you're watching this, if you're like goated at like being able to depict genre and like hear different genre, please hit us up because that it would be the fucking
That's the
biggest thing.
Picking
That
your own genre, so like producer wise,
just-
anything.
just
artist-wise?
someone, just
a lot
a
of back
person,
end shit where that helps.
just a person that knows like, oh, this is alternative blues. This is what is it? What is Kid Cudi's genre?
Kid Cudi's genre? That's
He's got his
It's,
own genre. Imagine
yeah.
having your own genre.
Well,
Then you're
he
really
he
hot.
doesn't have his own genre, but it's like psychedelic pop or
Psychedelic.
it's like psychedelic
music?
something,
That's
yeah. But it's like if you're one of those people that can like hear a song and then like just off the bat depict that, please like fucking hit us up. We would love to have you a part of this shit because it would help so fucking much.
let us know.
And like playlist pushing
That
and
ear.
because they want to know what genre of the song it is, and it's like we make so many different types of music that we sometimes I don't
It's so
fucking
hard
know
to
what genre it is.
it is. That's
Yeah,
why I
you-
try to say alternative
It's just
trap.
a mood.
alternative- I
It's
didn't
just a
know.
mood.
It's a mood, bro. It's a mood.
Because, for example, like the fall song, like I wouldn't consider that as a hip hop song. I say it's more like alternative. But y'all got
And they
different
won't
songs.
call it
like, y'all
pop.
got different shit.
They
Like,
won't
what-
call it pop.
Hey,
like,
why
your
won't
homie
they?
Ego, what they say,
They won't
like
call
he's
it pop because it's
genreless,
urban. Because
Yeah.
right?
I don't know what makes it urban.
I feel like that's a better
Ego-
way to say
I don't
it.
know what makes it urban
I'm
either.
not-
Honestly,
yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
not pop.
It seems
It's
to
not
me. It
hip-hop.
seems
I'm
like
just saying,
I
though,
can hear it on the
But
radio.
yeah,
That's
what
a
we
way to
are-
explain us.
What we
You know
are
what
is
I'm saying?
genre bending. That's what we are.
We're genre
It's
bending.
genre bending, but we don't. That's not like
Ooh,
a.
We're
it's
not even
genre
genre
bending.
bending. No, we're
Yeah.
genre mixing. That's what we
It's
are.
genre
Genre
bending, bro.
mixing.
Like
The
because
last
it's like we
genre
have so
bender.
many. Yeah,
Okay,
the last.
so that's a
genre
whole new
bender, bro.
topic. Honestly,
But
I've
the
never
last
seen anyone
genre
speak
bender.
on genre bending, genre mixing, genre bending.
Yeah,
so
bro.
what is genre bending
Genre
to you
bending-
guys, or genre mixing?
Genre bending is like where you kind of say I grew up on hip hop. I grew up on a big Midwest style of hip hop, like Tech Nine, Sex Crew, Hopsin, all of that. Like but I also was like really influenced by mainstream level of hip hop. So it's like and pop music and rock music and blues and R&B. So it's like when I make music, I don't make music off the genre of whatever the beat is telling me that this is supposed to be. I make music off of like
How you feel.
this is how this
You
is
hear
the
it.
this is if there's a certain way that the beat speaks to me and tells me that this is the topic of whatever I'm speaking on, then like I pull inspiration from so many parts of my life that some parts of my life might come from like riding in a truck with my grandfather listening to Al Green, and then some parts of my life might go back to me chilling in a room playing 2K with Jamal listening to Tech 9 and it all comes and all the memories just start to merge together to the point where it's like I just made something that is a mix between this this, and this.
Yeah.
And then like when it comes down to like pushing it to a fucking playlist, or whoever the gatekeeper is that's in charge of like getting it to these hundreds of thousands or 1,000 or whatever, however many people it is, like I have to be able to tell them it's pop, or it's rock, or it's alternative hip. It's like, bro, like it's none of these. It's genre bending, bro. Like
if you
it's all of these. You fuck with it, you fuck with it, bro.
We had a
That's
big
what it
influence
is.
as kids. You feel me? Like when we were kids, the music that we listened to and shit like that really like hones into what we do nowadays. Like I know for a fact, I was more on that pop, like techno type beat style, because my mom, she loved that house beat. She was like a raver, you know what I'm saying? So
that's where that comes from.
I was on that techno-y side, you feel me, that techno-y shit. So I started making beats, and when I started making beats, it was all on that EDM pop shit. That's when like the Harlem Shake was going crazy back in 2012 and shit like that. So you feel me, like making all that techno-y shit, I kind of implied it into that hip hop stuff. I still love that regular hip hop, like Future,
Harlem
Drake.
Shake in 2012.
Remember that movement?
Like,
That movement was crazy.
and do the Harlem Shake.
I broke my phone on there.
You broke your phone?
I jumped off a couch. We were going crazy doing the Harlem Shake. I jumped off a couch. my phone
Basically
broke.
dubstep and EDM shit, you feel me? House music.
He said he broke his phone off the Harlem Shake.
Because
Jumping off the couch.
It's like we were going crazy dancing. We're making a funny video.
Stop it.
And I
Never
remember
heard
that
of
shit
that.
was in my
What?
pocket. After that,
Wow,
I
that's
was like,
crazy.
fuck the Harlem Shake. Fuck that.
And then, but no, but like, I feel like just getting used to your own voice though too. That's what it is too.
Okay,
as well.
getting used to your
like
own
genre
voice,
bending. You can genre bend once you get used to your own voice and you realize that, bro, I don't need to be boxed. I don't need to be doing one thing. I can try this. I can try that. Oh, matter of fact, let me do this. Let me try this.
Okay.
Oh,
I feel like it comes on accident.
And it comes on
like,
accident,
you know what I
bro.
mean? Like you hearing a trap beat and you're like, now I'm gonna scream over this shit. You know? Like,
Now I'm a screamer.
Because my next question, that leads to that made me think of a new question. I was gonna ask, what does it take to be comfortable with your voice?
That's a
I'm
good
not all the
question.
way.
Practice,
How do you get to
not
that
giving a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to a
That's
little
it.
bit.
That's
Just a
I
little
mean, you
bit.
do have to a little bit. I remember I had this. I was just thinking about this in the shower today while I was washing my balls, and I was like, man, I had this reoccurring
we know we
dream.
watched it.
I had this reoccurring dream where it kept coming, and it was obnoxious. You ever have like an obnoxious dream? You waking up in sweats, and it's just like, what the fuck was going
I've
on?
had some many.
But it kept. At the end of the
coming.
day, I understood that it was telling me to stop giving a fuck how I sound and start showing the world how I sound, right? Like, you know, you listen to different singers and stuff and you start to think, okay, I want to try to sound like this, I want to try to sound like that. You got to use your true voice, right? And if your true voice cracks, like this nigga, excuse me, this man,
It's good now. Yeah. we ain't got no cancellation policy.
but he's got a full on eclectic, very discern. Like his voice, you ain't never heard his voice, and he uses it with like unapologetically.
Oh,
you know,
it
you
sounds
use your
different
voice. Use your voice in the way that it was built to sound, right? And when you're making music, you know, don't necessarily think about does this sound good or am I sounding like fucking Ed Sheeran or fucking Sam Smith? Think about is this coming out of me with my true soul, my true spirit? You know, and I use him because his voice is very
It's
different
unique,
from
bro.
everybody.
It's
very
unique.
different. You know what I mean? It's very unique, and this man can't sing for shit. Like this is my cousin. Like I've known him since birth. Like can't sing for shit. But his voice
got
is
that
fucking
voice, though.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
Hey, I bet I
he's
can
not
speak for-
Sam Smith, but he's fucking Juju Mad
I bet I
Scientist,
can
and
speak
his
for
voice
all
is-
of us here.
I love her at the same time.
Somebody told
Hey, I
me.
got it.
That
I
shit-
got
that
it.
shit was going
Somebody told me he's
stupid,
got a draw. You know, like he's got a draw.
I
in his
love
voice.
Juju.
Hey, I never act like.
I love Juice's voice.
hard.
Oh, I can tell
That's just you.
Drew called me and
That's
he was
just how you
You
say it.
imitating
heard
him.
that, bro?
It's like
That's,
your
no, that's
inside.
how he says it. No, I know my boy likes to record like that too, where he plays with his voice.
What do you
Like,
mean?
what is
Where'd it
it?
come from? Where's the question?
You from Britain?
lady, I can
take
some. Like, how come you just go talk like this?
See, that, no, that's what I'm trying to say. Look, hey, hey,
Literally
he
how it
don't
sounds
speak
like.
the same way he raps and makes
No.
music.
I've been told he sounds like he's from the UK.
But no, that's what I'm trying to say though, bro.
I love her at the same time.
Another thing that helps
I
us get
love it,
comfortable.
bruh.
Hey, another thing
I
that helps us
fucking
get
love
comfortable
it.
with our voice, I bet all you guys can vouch for me too. is constantly listening to our own music, bro.
Do your own music?
Our own music, bro.
The song that you record and shit on your
Exactly. The
phone?
song I just recorded, came back from the studio, and I'm playing that shit like 50 times on my way home, and then 50 times at home, and then while I'm going to sleep, the next day, I'm still listening to that.
So what, like at first you might not be comfortable with it? Like, oh shit, this shit sounds kind of weird, but the more you listen to
The
it,
more I listen, it gets better, and I
oh,
start
shit,
singing it, start practicing out loud. And then what really did for me too was, yeah, I'll do the song, I'll do it. I have that cool, like that self-confidence there, but what really solidified it was when other people would tell me, bro, I love your voice.
That's true, bro.
I
Like,
love your voice.
I used to try to alter my voice so fucking much. Like
too.
when I was younger, especially when I used to sound like fucking Tyga, bro.
Going
Like,
through puberty.
I used to sound like Tyga. It's like, bro, you sound just like Tyga. I was like, fuck. Like I was like, boost the low end, boost my low end hella, like trying to make my voice deeper
Take
and
the Tiger
shit.
songs off your playlist.
Yeah. Exactly. But I would boost my low end. I would add hella auto tune and shit. Like, but then like as I got older, and then like just performing in front of people, like people would tell me, it's like, bro, like you should do more songs without backing vocals. And like you should do more songs without backing vocals. You got a hella good voice, or like a hella unique voice, like a different voice. And I was like, oh,
But
really?
everyone has a unique voice. It's
Everybody
just a matter
has
of
a
if you
unique
use
voice.
it or not.
Yeah. And it was
Okay,
just
that's a good point.
and it was just like respecting that and like actually taking that into consideration, because it's like, you know, like the more you believe in something, the more you believe in yourself and your own voice, the more other people will too. So, and it's the same, that goes with everything, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to push, whatever agenda, whatever message it is that you're trying to get out to the world, the more you believe in that message, the more other people will too. The more people believe that you are serious about what you're doing, then they're on board with you. So, like,
That's definitely facts. That's definitely facts.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen
like
when artists really take it seriously, then people
other
take it more
people
seriously.
take it more seriously. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so y'all gotta perform soon or what? We got time.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. So they gotta perform. Hey, best believe though, we're gonna be getting more content in with the good people. It's just the beginning for real. So we got the spot locked in. More concerts, more vlogs, content, whatever, interviews.
Push that
But for
agenda,
now,
bro.
Yeah,
Push that agenda.
Yeah,
Push
that
yeah,
good people
we pushing it. We pushing it. Yeah.
Be your
Hey, shout out to
motherfucking
NorCal.
self.
Be your motherfucking
Be
self.
yourself, bro. Shout out to
motherfucking
NorCalNextUp.
Hey, we gotta do a collab with NorCal. Like
Let's do it.
Something fun, bro. Just like
Like an event or what? Like what do you mean?
Nah,
like
bro.
a-
It could
like
be
a
like
funny
a